Hello there, Kyle Katarn here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking lightsabers. First and foremost, a very grateful shout out to DamienSaber for sending me this giant black ominous carrying case through the mail. I can only imagine what the postman thought, right? So I got this. It wasn't really like marked or labeled in any way, and I wasn't really sure what to make of it. I decided to overcome my fears and open it up and take a look at this. I present to you the DamienSaber Anakin Skywalker Master Lightsaber Replica. Look at this thing. It has so much fine detail on it. Really high quality materials that it's made with. And it's got some pretty good heft to it as well. It weighs probably about I'd say 5-6 pounds in my hand here. The lightsaber of Anakin Skywalker is arguably the most iconic lightsaber in all of Star Wars. It's the first one the audiences really saw, right? We meet Darth Vader before we meet Luke and Obi-Wan, but he doesn't bust the lightsaber out. No, the first one we see is in Ben's hut on Tatooine, an elegant weapon, not as clumsy as a blaster. This carrying case also has a spot in it for 2 more hilts. You can carry a total of 3, and a long slot along the side to fit the blades. Now, when you're collecting lightsabers, one of the first things you learn is that there's a lot of different kinds of lightsabers out there. There's RGB sabers, which were the first ones to hit the market, and most people are familiar with these. They basically function like a large flashlight, where there's a light being emitted from the hilt and projected down the blade. Then you have NeoPixel lightsabers, which are a little bit more extensive. They have lights within the blade itself, creating a much brighter hue, and they're extremely customizable. There's a lot of different things that you can do with them. Now, this saber is a xenopixel, and the difference between xenopixel and neopixel is that while being slightly less extensive in terms of customization, it's a lot more straightforward and user-friendly. The blade is just as brilliant. It has the same level of interpolated lights just going down the blade itself, and there's a light emission coming from the hilt. It comes with an SD card that allows you to upload and customize the sounds, the ignition patterns with the lights, the colors, the hues, pretty much everything about this saber. And there's also a companion app that goes along with it that allows you to configure it in real time, which is very, very cool. All of these things can also be achieved with a NeoPixel saber, but it's a little bit less user-friendly and you really have to know what you're doing. This is a much more straightforward experience, and it's a little bit less expensive too. It's very, very cool. There's so much stuff you can do with these things. And they also just make really nice display pieces. I've got the Master Indara hilt sitting there behind me. Looks great on camera, right? What more do you need? So I don't know if this thing comes charged out of the box. I'm going to charge it up a little bit here before I test out the darkroom ignition. But while we're on the subject, so you unscrew it at the bottom. It's really nice. All of the charging apparatus is completely hidden. Everything that would potentially break your immersion of this being an in-universe replica. You can't see any screws, you can't see any seams or connection pieces. Once you slip the sleeve off, you've got this kind of a cool gold alloy housing the battery pack. And then right at the base here, you've got a micro USB-C. The cord is provided, and that just goes right into a power outlet, and it charges the whole thing right up. It also comes with an app you can download on your smartphone that allows you to customize the lightsaber in real time, change blade color, sound effects, etc. Yeah, these things are really cool, actually. I think at this point I can officially say that I have been converted. I am a Xenopixel guy. Thank you so much, DamienSaber, for sending this to me. This will make a fine addition to my collection. One thing that makes this lightsaber a little bit different from the Master Indara lightsaber that I previously reviewed, that one comes with an actual external screw piece that you add to the hilt to secure the blade in place to make sure it's not going to go flying out and poke someone in the eye while you're swinging it around like a madman. Let's face it, we all do that with our lightsabers. All right, I know I'm not the only one here. Don't shame me. This lightsaber, on the other hand, comes with a specialty tool to twist a screw that is flush with the surface of the lightsaber, so that nothing sticks out that isn't supposed to be there on the lightsaber already. They really go to great lengths to make sure that there's nothing on this thing that's not supposed to be there. And things that you have no choice but to include, like a charging port, are conveniently hidden under the casing of the lightsaber itself, so it can hold up to even the closest scrutiny as a display piece. And I think that's pretty cool too. Alright, let's test this thing out. I am very curious to see what kind of glow this is going to have. It's time to light this baby up, so let's kill the lights. That's a good glow. That is brilliantly bright. And oh wow, my webcam cannot handle this kind of light. Look at that picture quality. It just went right out the window. This thing is really, really bright. It feels like I'm holding a real lightsaber. And then if you can hear that thrumming sound, like it's got a really nice, healthy lightsaber sound as well. And it's got these little deflection hits. That's cool. Yeah, look at this thing. If I was exploring a cave on a distant planet, I could definitely use this as a flashlight. You know, Cal Kestis style, Yord style. Before I turn the lights back on, another cool thing about the Xenopixel sabers is because the light emission from inside the hilt is so bright, it's perfect for telling ghost stories when you're camping. Yeah, I mean, this is such a nice piece. It really is. I'm not much of a saber spinner. Like, I'm learning as I go. I know that some people out there are like fantastically talented at this stuff. I can only do like a couple different spins. But if you're a collector and you want to display some pieces, like, you can't go wrong with these DamienSaber lightsabers. They're just shiny. They look great. They have a proper heft to them as well. DamienSaber was also nice enough to send me a display stand that came with this. I'm currently using it to display the Master Endara saber. It's just 3 simple pieces of translucent plastic, but looks great. They make such good display pieces. Like, I'm really, really happy with this. Can't wait to go play with it at the beach, get some spinning photography. It's gonna be fun. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed my review of the DamienSaber Anakin Skywalker lightsaber. This thing is fantastic. I'm really happy with it. I was very impressed with the Master Endara saber, but I didn't really have time to get to know it. We'd seen it all of twice in the show, in the Acolyte. You know, this was before we got the flashback episode with more Master Endara in it. When it comes to this lightsaber, though, I think every Star Wars fan has a pretty deep connection to this specific prop. First seen in the very original Star Wars, it's been passed down to the main characters of each of the trilogies. It really is the Skywalker legacy saber at this point. And this is going to have a very special place in my collection, for sure. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you want a DamienSaber lightsaber of your own, I did leave a link in the description of this video to the product site where you can pick one up. Make sure you check out the rest of the channel for more content, reactions, unboxing, and reviews. Leave me a comment if you have something to say. I would love to know your opinion on this lightsaber replica, and I will happily answer any questions that you have, so leave them at the bottom of the video. And as always, may the Force be with you.